and came in to score, and she struck out right there. You say Phillips 66 strikeout on the swing and a miss. You say Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure. Live to the full. And Romerell's first batter faced is a You say Phillips 66 strikeout. And then ball one. And Big Sister catching for her. And they really enjoy this. I say it every game, but they do. They really enjoy this. Kester hit a pop fly and reached on the air that scored a couple runs back in the first inning. Ball two. And it was in the glove of the right fielder, Maddie Michael, and she wasn't able to secure the catch, and that allowed those couple runs. That's a called strike. Great pitch there by Romerell. Two balls, one strike, one out, nobody on. Top of the third, the Bears would love to get out of this inning quickly, as they can't afford to give up too many more runs in this game if they're going to fight back. As they trail at 63 on your Bear Lake. That's a called strike. Yeah. Nice pitch on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Healthcare. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare. You can count on them to care. Visit them at blmhospital.com. And there's a swing and a miss. She struck her out. Two batters faced, two strikeouts. You say Phillips 66 strikeouts. You say Phillips 66. Live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. And Saxton, who struck out to end the first inning, takes strike one. So this is the second time all the way through the order for the Marsh Valley Eagles here in the top of the third. That one's high for ball one. Big hit over there on the baseball diamond. And the score over there is now 7-3. So the Bears swing and a miss for strike two. Bears baseball going well. Bears softball trying to fight back in. It's trailing 6-3. But a 1-2 count here. And struck out the side. Ellie Romerell, that's what you do. You come in relief, and you strike out three in a row. 1, 2, 3. Go the Eagles in the third. The Bears have some work to do to fight back in it, but they'll have that opportunity coming up right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Bear Lake Bears baseball leads it 7-3 with runners at first and second with two outs, bottom of the third. Coming up to in the bottom of the third here on the softball side of things, Brooklyn Pope, the senior left fielder, will lead us off. Her first at-bat, she struck out looking on a call on the inside corner that sat her down on a full count. This is just her second at-bat.
She might just be mad enough about all that she might really let one rip here.
And a big base hit over on the baseball side of things. 2 runs will score. So a 2-out base hit over there. A couple run scores. The Bears baseball team having themselves a good game. 9-3 now the score over there. Pope, first batter of the bottom of the third. And after that error she had in left field, in center field I should say, she might have some little anger. That error didn't cost Bear Lake anything because the next batter hit a home run. So it was going to be a single no matter what. The runner would have been on base no matter what. So it didn't cost anything, but still, I'm sure Brooklyn's not happy about it. 2 balls now, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and she fouls that one back. It's now 2 balls and a strike to Pope. Pope looks to get on here and let the middle of the order, Romrell, Humphreys, and Fisher, who all have a lot of power, do their thing to get a couple runs in. And she takes outside, ball 3. Good eye there. She wanted it, but she let it go. And there's another base hit on the baseball side of things. They score another run. They're now up 10-3. Bears baseball having a great game. Pope up 3-1 right here on the softball side. She takes high, ball 4, so leadoff walk.
We'll take that.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the inning. Cambria Romrell, who had an RBI in the first inning on a sacrifice fly to center field, will be the batter. Her hit to center scored Crockett from third. And now she will try to advance Pope. Pope is stealing on the fake bunt. She's into second easy. That was actually the closest one, but she still made it pretty safely. And I think it was a called strike.
Strike, yep.
At the plate, the stolen base by Pope, but now you got a runner in scoring position. So now a base hit scores a run. Pope heads up base runner down there, and Romrell looked to score 2 with that swing of the bat, but she fouls it back out of play. Wind picking up a little bit, and it's blowing into right field. So if you're going to hit one deep right now, hit it over to right. So here is the 0-2 pitch with runner at second, nobody out. And that one's high and over the head of the catcher, Larson. So Pope scrambles down to third on the wild pitch. And now a chance for Romrell, even another sacrifice fly would score a run. So we're headed to the top of the 4th in baseball. It is 10-3 Bear Lake. Big inning. They scored 5. Struck her out. Outside corner, the changeup. Great pitch. So that's out number 1 of the inning. Abby Humphreys will come to the plate after the You Save Phillips 66 strikeout. You Save, live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. Humphreys tattooed a ball into left field at her first at bat. The left fielder jumped in the air and caught it as it went over her head, or it would have been at least a double. So Humphreys got robbed on her first at bat. Let's see what she does here. She takes in the dirt for ball 1. Larson keeps it in front of her, so Pope retreats back to third base. An RBI is out there for you, Abby, if you can get a hold of one here. Same hit as last time would score a run with only 2 outs because it would be an easy tag-up situation. She takes high for ball 2. Due up is, looks like, I'm not sure who that is.
Maddie?
It should be Fisher if she didn't sub out as a hitter. If she did sub out as a hitter, it would be Taylinda Clark. High, ball 3, so 3-1. 3-0 is your count. It is Taylinda Clark. With the fence, it's hard to see a number, but I'm trying to get a glimpse of her face underneath the batting helmet. I'm pretty sure Taylinda Clark is going to be the hitter, subbing in for, and she walked on 4 straight. So walk, strikeout, walk. And now Taylinda Clark will be batting for Lindsay Fisher. Clark came in defensively when Fisher went out of the game after the and was replaced by Romrell pitching. Because Romrell is the the left fielder when she's not pitching. So Taylinda Clark came in defensively for her. And let's see. Do you know what I'd do with her? If I'm playing coach right now, if I'm Coach Quinn Pope, I bunt. Because I don't know that they throw out the Clark. And then if they try, you got runners, you got a run that will score. If they don't try, you got bases loaded. That's what I would do. Let's see what he does. And if he doesn't do that, I'm not saying he's wrong. That's
No.
that's just what I would do.
Just different style coaching.
So Taylor Clark, the speedster, the junior, stepping in. And she is going to square to bunt, and she fouls it off the end of the bat. Foul ball. And Humphreys was going.
Yeah. She's like, I'm out of here. See ya.
She was almost at second base by the time that ball got fouled off. If you're wondering if I ever called bunts as a coach, I once called 3 bunts in a row in a game, in a state play-in game, and they were all 3 bunt singles. And a pass ball, and Pope will score. Humphreys is going to be safe at second. She rounded and they threw at her, but she gets back. But on the wild pitch, Pope scores. Humphreys moves into scoring position. And the dive back was closer, and Humphreys is got a mouthful of dirt. I think that's what's going on. She's brushing herself off. She doesn't appear to be hurt, but she was reaching underneath. When she dived, her face mask hit the dirt and came back down on, so the top of the helmet came down on her nose.
Ouch.
She's out there. It looks like she's laughing, though. If you know Abby, she's fine. It's going to take a whole lot more than that to take her out of this game. So she's now at second with 1 out. And DeClark still in the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. Bears have scored a run, so it's now 6-4. And a baseball comes in, and Coach. Coach Humphreys had a chance to field that. He was a baseball player back in the day, but he commits the error. In his defense, he didn't know it was coming. And DeClark, nice swing at it, but fouls it back off the end of her bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That takes the bunt away. She wasn't bunting on that play anyway, but that definitely takes it away now with 2 strikes. And there's another baseball. This one stays out of play, but Coach Pope will come pick it up and throw it out. Here's the 1-2 pitch to DeClark. In the dirt. Nice stop by Larson to keep it in front. Otherwise, Humphreys would have been down at third pretty easily. 2-2 is the count. Couple walks in this inning, and the Bears have scored a run on a couple of pass ball, wild pitch situations. And here's DeClark. 2-2 is the count. Outside, ball 3, worked it full. Good at bat for Taylin. She's seen enough pitches that a run has already scored, a runner has advanced, and she's standing in there with a full count. Opportunity to get herself on base right here. Knock or walk situation. Base hit or get on base is what you, with the bat, is what you want. She's going to try to use the bat. High fly ball to right field. Humphreys will tag up and advance to third. What a hit.
Yeah, good one.
That was good defensive play.
RBI.
Doesn't score a run, but it moves the runner.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Just give me one, even though it was wrong.
The fly out to deep right field advances the runner. And now runner at third with Romrell, the batter. 6-4. The Bears have cut it down to just a 2-run lead. They'd like to at least get one more right here with that runner at third. Romrell takes outside corner for called strike. Romrell pitching in the top of the third. Set them down in order, 1, 2, 3. They were all U-save. Phillips, 66 strikeouts. Struck out the side. And here she is with the bat in her hand for the second time in the game. She takes high and away on that one. Her first at-bat, she singled on a ground ball down the third baseline. Third baseman came up with it, but Romrell ran it out and got herself on base. If she does that here, a run would likely score. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2, good pitch.
Just that outside corner.
And it was about at the numbers. That's a great pitch right there for the called strike. So now Sorensen up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner at third. That one's in the dirt. Larson stops it.
She's hitting the side of her thigh every once in a while when she comes around.
I think so. A lot of softball pitchers will do that intentionally. That's their way of throwing a changeup. But the risk there is if you hit your thigh a little bit too much, instead of getting a good changeup, you get that pitch, and I think that's what's happening. Romrell hits a little bloop, but it's going to be caught by the shortstop. That'll end the inning. Out number 3, East reels in the pop fly, but the Bears do cut into the lead. They score 1, and it's 6-4 as we go to the top of the 4th inning after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Waiting to happen. Romrell ready to start inning number 2 of work in the circle. She had 3. You saved Phillips 66 strikeouts to go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd, but she's facing the top of the lineup here in the top of the 4th. Barchi will be the leadoff hitter. She is 0 for 2. She grounded to the pitcher. She grounded to the shortstop. And those were both against Fisher because Fisher started the game as the pitcher. Bases loaded full of Soda Springs Cardinals over on the baseball side of things with 1 out. Bears still lead at 10-3 over there. That's a called strike to start the at-bat to Barchi, who's 0 for 2 and swinging a miss. She's down 0-2. The third baseman. It's had a lot of action down there at third base today, defensively. And Romrell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did he call that a ball?
He made his fist like he was calling a strike, but
Yeah.
it was low and in the dirt for ball 1. Good thing because it made it past Romrell to the backstop, so it would have been a drop third strike, and Barchi probably would have been safe at first. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning in a 6-4 game. Marsh Valley leads it. Ooh, just missed outside corner. So after falling behind 0-2, Barchi has worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Romrell working quickly, comes to the plate. Pop fly, straight back, and it's going to be dropped. And that's hard. Cambria Romrell was right there, but just saw it at the last second, stuck her glove out, and she couldn't bring it in. Catching the pop fly like that as a catcher, when your glove is down in that position, is not easy, and it pops out of her glove. So we'll do the 3-2 again, and it's going to be a ground ball to Beard, who takes it herself for out number 1 of the inning. So the dropped ball doesn't come, drop pop fly foul ball does not come back to haunt the Bears. They get the out anyway, and that brings Larson to the plate. Larson is 1 for 2. She has a line drive single and a ground ball, both right to the second baseman. The line drive single was over her head. The ground ball was right to her glove. And she's 1 out of 2 on the game. She takes high for ball 1. Takes strike 1 now right there on the outside corner. That's a beautiful pitch. Romrell has hit that one so well. So he hit that corner so well since she's come in. And there she hits it again, the swing and a miss. What a pitch. It comes in there quick, and it's on that outside corner. It's hard to catch up to that ball. And it is 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out, nobody on. Inside and low for ball 2. 2-2 is the count. I think we got a pitching change going on in the baseball game because not a lot has happened over there in a while. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Struck her out outside corner. Called strike. What a pitch. There's another U-Save. Phillips 66 strikeout. That's the 4th of the game recorded by the freshman. And that sends Larson back to the dugout. She didn't like the call, but it was right there. And this brings up Peck. Swing and a miss for strike one. And Peck in the game is 1 for 2. She popped out to the pitcher and singled and then scored on the home run in her other 2 at-bats. She takes that one inside. She got on base with 2 outs on that walk. On that single, and then scored with the 2-out home run. And she swings and misses at that one. So now Romerell up 1 ball, 2 strikes. The last runs that scored were in on that home run. Just missed outside on that one. 2-2. So Ellie still has a pitch to work with here. Here's the 2-2. And that's going to be a little soft line drive right into the glove of the shortstop, Crockett. She didn't even have to move. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Eagles for the second straight inning. Romerell has 4 strikeouts already since coming in. For those you say Phillips 66 strikeouts have helped her cause. The Bears will be at bat trying to cut back into this lead even more right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh?
Yep. Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour.
Ron breaks 300 in 4 seconds.
Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard.
You drive in a circle.
You don't even steer.
Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old.
Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
You're back.
New pitcher for the Marsh Valley Eagles. This is Peck, who's been playing second base. And she's going to come in to pitch with the Eagles leading here in the bottom of the 4th by a score of 6-4. The Bears have held the Eagles scoreless in 2 straight innings, and they'd love to score a couple runs here and tie this game back up or even take the lead. Bottom third of the lineup with Michael, Beard, and Price coming up. They scored a run at this part of the lineup earlier as Michael reached on a single to left, and then Beard knocked her in. And the Bears would love to get a couple more here. I can't see Sorensen out there anywhere. Oh, she is now in left field. And Michael's going to pop it into shallow left, but the shortstop East is able to run it down. That was a good play by East. If that's even a foot further, she probably doesn't get to it, but 1 pitch, 1 out. And Callie Beard, who reached on an error, but it did knock in a run, will be the batter. She hit that ground ball to third, and then the ball was thrown away on the attempt to get her out at first. Is going to hit this one hard. It's into deep left field, and it is going to hit the ground. And Beard scampering to second, but she slides in there safe.
Ooh, that's why you slide. Good job, because she'd have had her if she'd have stayed up.
And that's a line drive double. Campbell made a great throw. The tag was just a little high. As the nice slide and the double by Beard puts a batter in scoring position for Bentley Price.
Her mom's down there taking pictures. I really hope she got a picture of that slide.
It was a beautiful slide by Callie.
Yeah.
When that throw was coming in, I thought she was going to be out because that was of the timing, but she made a good slide, slid on the inside of the bag away from the tag, and is in there for a double. Price with an accidental swing. That was one of those that she probably should have let it go. She swung late, grounds it right back to the pitcher. And she's out at first. And she didn't have a lot on that swing because she made the decision at the last second to swing. That's one you take the called strike if you think that's what's going to happen. Crockett now the batter. Crockett takes inside for ball one. She singled, and then she popped out to the catcher in her 2 plate appearances. She did come around to score the first run of the game after that leadoff single. She needs a hit here to score a run, and she's going to hit a foul ball.
That's okay, because she would want a do-over on that one anyway.
That would have been a close play at first if that one's fair. As Peck was charging on it, it was a slow enough roller that she might have been able to run it out. Beard would have scored because she was ahead of the ball. There's no way they were going to get Beard.
Ooh.
Foul ball. I'm laughing at her because she's laughing at herself. That she was so far out in front of that changeup that it hit off the end of the bat after the bat was standing. It was in her hand straight at the pitcher by the time it hit her.
Those changeups
That
are
changeup
nasty.
fooled her bad. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at third. Beard out there after her double. Crockett would love to score her. And she's going to.
That's gone.
That's going to score 2. That's going to tie the game.
Yep.
That's a home run.
Beauty.
To deep left field, hit off the bottom of the second fence. That's also no doubt or very similar to the one that was hit by Campbell that made this game 6-1 at the time. The home run by Crockett ties it at 6, and that was no doubt off the bat. I knew that was gone as soon as she swung. That was a great, easy swing. I mean, she didn't swing like she was trying to kill it. Just a nice, easy swing. Great contact. And
I've always loved to watch her bat because it looks just so laid back and casual, and yet she's got a lot of power behind her swing. She makes it look effortless.
Yes, that's the way she plays basketball,
too. And
too.
then her legs are so long, she only has to take 3 steps to the base, and, I mean, the girl's got the whole package out there.
And she ties the game up at 6. Brooklyn Pope, who has struck out and walked, takes ball 1 high. Yeah, Crockett's that way in basketball. Sometimes it looks like she's not even trying out there, and yet defensively she's an absolute animal. Had a good offensive game in the state championship game.
Yeah.
Pope fouls that one off. Just missed that one being a long fly ball, too. Hit a little bit underneath it. If she'd hit that one square, that would have been into the right center field gap. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the coach, her dad, in foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Peck works very fast compared to what Swanson was working.
Yeah,
and that is going to be a line
hit.
drive single into right field.
Great hit.
Went right out to Swanson, and the single keeps the inning alive. And now Cambria Romrell, the Bear Lake catcher, who we already documented in this game, had a 2 home run inning in a game this year. So she's definitely got power. Bears have already hit 1 home run in this game. And that's going to be to deep right field. Looks like it's going to be playable, and Sorensen will get back underneath it. So the deep fly ball is caught to end the inning, but the Bears score 2 on the Crockett home run. We're tied after 4. We'll be back with the 5th right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. We have very competent and successful providers that provide the best care possible. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. As a hospital, we're really proud of what we are able to provide. It's an all-encompassing department that is very, very much needed.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and We try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign the papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Bears baseball team leads at 10-7 going into the bottom of the fourth inning. The Bears scored 5 runs in the bottom of the third. Soda answered with 4 runs in the top of the fourth. And the Bear Lake Bears lead at 10-7 over there in the softball game. We're starting over. It's 0-0. Might as well be 6-6 after 4 innings. After Peyton Crockett tied us up with that 2-run home run to deep left field down towards our grandkids.
Yeah. You think they're safe over in the skate park.
You think, but maybe not.
Do you know what I'm thinking, though, today? If we were sitting where we normally do, we'd have had 2 broken windows by this point.
Olivia Campbell, who had a home run for the Marsh Valley Eagles to left field, she's 2 for 2, is the batter. And she's going to pop up the first pitch swinging. Callie Beard steals it from Bentley Price. One of the two of them was going to get it anyway. And Callie Beard steals it away from her. So Romerell has now faced 7 batters. She's now sat down 7 batters.
That was great communication by Price and Baird because they were both going for it, but Price very quickly backed off. So there was some communication for sure.
East fouls the first pitch off. Out of play.
At least I hope there was.
I agree with you. It looked like it was. She's been on base twice without swinging the bat. She walked and was hit by a pitch in her first 2 at-bats, first 2 plate appearances. And she takes low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. 6-6 ball game, top of 5. The first 3 innings belonged to Marsh Valley. First 2 innings offensively, I should say, belong to Marsh Valley as they put up 6 runs. Bears have fought back. They've scored a run in every single inning. And now it's tied at 6. And called strike right there, right down the middle at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Romerell has already courted 4. Yusei Phillips, 66 strikeouts in this game, and that's going to be a ground ball. Oh my gosh, Bentley Price! Wow, I was ready to say a ground ball. Single to the hole, but no, Bentley Price robs the base hit, backhands it over to Beard in time, easily for the out.
Beautiful stop.
Once she had that in her glove, there was going to be no doubt. She had plenty of time to make the soft toss over to first. It was just a beautiful, she didn't have much time to react. 1 step, backhand, batter out. And this brings up Sorensen.
Strike, yeah. Pretty.
Strike 1. Sorensen, who started the game as the pitcher, gets the called strike. Now, she is not the one playing left field. So they must have a DP in play because couldn't catch a number of the left fielder, but the left fielder that made that catch also left-handed. But she's got a long ponytail, and Sorensen doesn't. So definitely somebody different.
I thought it looked like Camp. Oh, no, I'm thinking right field.
Yeah, the right fielder that made that catch. No, it was maybe it's Campbell. Maybe they moved her when they replaced pitchers.
I think it's Campbell out there. Well, not right now, but we'll see.
And there's another foul ball. Both of those last 2 foul balls have gone over into the baseball field. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out.
Well, they've hit enough over here.
It's all turnabout's fair play, right?
That's all how it works. Just somebody catch a ball. Huh.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Strucker out. And it was a drop 3rd strike, so she does have to throw down to third base because the changeup was in the dirt. But the swing and the miss is another Yusei Phillips, 66 strikeout. So Ellie Romerell has come to this game and faced 9 batters. She has retired 9 batters, 5 of those via the Phillips 66 Yusei strikeout. Phillips 66, live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. It'll be our pleasure to bring you the bottom of the 5th right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Go here, go there, go anywhere with Phillips 66.
Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Bear Lake Bears lead it 10-7 on the baseball field in the bottom of the fourth inning. They lead it, they're tied, I should say, 6-6 on the softball side in the bottom of the fifth inning. Abby Humphreys will be the leadoff hitter for the Bear Lake Bears. The junior third baseman is 0 for 1. She lined out to deep left field, and then she walked in her 2 plate appearances. And here she is in a tie game, and another baseball on to the diamond. Bears lead at 10-7 over there. They have a runner on third with 2 outs. And so that's what's going on in baseball. Here in softball, the Bears have fought all the way back. They trailed at one time 6-1. It's now tied 6-6. Humphreys trying to change that right now. She takes low and in the dirt for ball 1. This is the second inning of work for Peck, who started the game at second base. Okay, you were correct. Campbell is in right field because Sorensen moved to left field after starting the game. And a nice diving attempt by the shortstop East. She knocks it down, but it trickles past her. And so a leadoff single. To me, you score that as a single because even if she stands up after knocking that down, she probably still is not able to make that throw in time. So leadoff, runner is on. And this brings Taylinda Clark to the plate. She had a long, and she lays down the bunt, but it trickles foul. She had a long fly ball into right field in her first at-bat. That bunt, if it would have been fair, was a good one. But a strike one. See if she's bunting again. Yes, she is, and the ball is high. For ball 1, throw down to first is not in time to get Humphreys. If DeClark can lay it down, they'll have a hard time throwing her out because of her speed. I would think in this situation with nobody out, she'll be bunting until she gets 2 strikes. And she is again, and she lays this one down, and it is foul again.
Did you see that? It kind of rolled on the bat. Then hit the ground.
That's exactly what the umpires both said is no, it hit the bat twice, and that makes it a foul ball automatically. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, swinging away here, but she hit a hard ball the first time she was at, and foul ball there just behind that one. So it's still but 1 ball, 2 strikes. Humphreys a smart base runner down at first. Taylinda Clark, a speedster at the plate. So could be a good situation here for the Bears if they can get her on. Drop third strike, and the first base was occupied, so she is out, but Humphreys is able to take advantage of it and steal the base. So Humphreys now at second. So DeClark is going to be disappointed she struck out, but she did it in a manner that moved the runner, so she'll be happy with that. And stepping into the batter's box is Ellie Romrell, and she rips one into left field, and they're going to send Humphreys. The play is going to come to home, but Humphrey slides in there safe, and you talk about speed.
Yeah.
Romrell into third. I'm going to call it a double.
It was a great hit.
And then she's going to go to third on the throw. But I looked up to see where Romero was as Humphreys was sliding into home, and she was already almost sliding into third. What a speedster play right there by Romero, the RBI double. She's in scoring position. Maddie Michael, the batter. Michael has singled and popped out in her 2 at-bats. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and Romero will score easily. Ball 1. And Romero, that speed is what if she doesn't take third on that hit, she doesn't score right there. So speed scores a run.
Yeah.
And the Bears now lead it for the first time in the game. They trailed 4-0 at one point, 6-1 at one point. Now they lead it 8-6. Nobody on, 1 out. Michael is going to be on base after taking that one in the back. So she's hit by a pitch. And now, still with just 1 out, Callie Beard, who had a great defensive play in that last inning, will come to the plate. She hit a ground ball in which she reached on an error and actually got to second. It was such a good hit, well-hit ball. And then she hit a double. So she's hit the ball twice and been on second base, both of her at-bats. Meanwhile, while they have a meeting in the circle, we'll check in on baseball. It's now the top of the 5th. It's 10-7, Bear Lake. 1 out, nobody on for Soda Springs. So Bears went quietly in the bottom of the 4th, and now they've got 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. As Soda hits Yoshimura, now the pitcher, and he just got the strikeout. We'll call that a U-Save Phillips 66 strikeout. Live to the full, U-Save, where your convenience is our pleasure. Even though it was on the baseball field and that's not the game you're watching, we'll give U-Save a shout-out as the Bears now lead it for the first time in the game on the softball side with Callie Beard coming in with a runner at first, 1 out, 8-6. And Beard's going to drive one deep to right field, and it is off the bottom of the fence. Michael is around third. He's going to send her. She will score, and Beard's going to go try to get to third on the throw. She's going to be out. So she got the RBI double out at third trying to advance, but what a hit. An RBI double for Callie Beard. She drilled that ball. Great play.
Beautiful.
Beard hit the ball hard 3 times in this game. That's an RBI right there. And too bad she tried to advance, or she would have been in there for a double. But that was, you got to take that chance right there. Give her a chance for the triple. Great hit by Beard.
Great defensive play. Great throw by Marsh Valley to get that in there in time.
Yeah, that was Campbell. Now this brings Bentley Price. She struck out and grounded out, and now she's going to fly out. It was kind of a line drive right at the second baseman, Saxton, who brings it in. That'll end the inning, but the Bears score 3 and lead it for the first time after 5 by a score of 9-6. We'll be back with the 6th after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the family medicine residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
First pitch is a foul ball to Campbell, leading off the top of the 6th inning. Last time she faced Roundrell, she struck out. She has got a walk and a strikeout in this game. That ball's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Bears lead it for the first time in the game. After the end of the 5th, they lead it 9-6. It's 10-8 in the baseball game. Swing and a miss right there. Nice pitch. Romerell folder, that rise ball up out of the zone. And Campbell went chasing it. Couldn't get a hold of it. And now Romerell ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's high, 2-2. Tried the same pitch again. That one just was a little bit higher, and Campbell did not fall for it that time. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside to the left-handed batter. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. And going to miss inside and Walker. So Campbell draws her second walk of the game. She is the leadoff runner on base. And this brings up Kester, who struck out her first time facing Romerell. And she had the 2-run error, RBI, that was an error. Would have been out number 3 of the inning. 2 runs scored on it. She's going to square to bunt, foul it off. Foul ball. 4 strike 1. Kester trying to bunt her way on. And it goes off the end of the bat. So 0-1 count. Going to try it again. This time she misses 0-2. As that was another rise ball, and as she rolls her bat to try to get it, she stayed underneath it, doesn't get it. And she's down 0-2. That one's high for ball 1. And Romerell will look Campbell back to first base. It's 10-8 over on the baseball side of things. And a strikeout right there. So Kester has faced Ellie Romerell twice. Ellie Romerell has won the battle both times, getting her to strike out. So now there's 1 out. And Saxton, the batter. Saxton is now the second baseman. She squares to bunt, and they're going to try to steal base and get it. She held back, so it was a ball, called ball. And then Campbell gets the stolen base as the throw went to the left side of the bag, and as Crockett reached across to make the tag, Campbell slid in there safely, and that's outside for ball 2. So Saxton in this game has struck out both times that she's been at the plate, once against Fisher, once against Romerell. Swing and a miss right there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second, 1 out. 9-6 is the score on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare, you can count on them to care. And that's going to be foul ball out of play. Count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Romerell has a pitch to work with here. To the number 9 hitter, the second baseman, started out in right field. She's now the second baseman in this game. A. Saxton. And she fouls that one off to stay alive. Still 2-2 is your count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And foul back again. Just barely got a piece of it. Fouled it straight back into the screen. And the count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High pop fly. It's going to be into right field. Michael underneath it. She makes the catch. The tag up. And the throw is going to be not in time. But Michael records the out. Campbell advances to third. And with 2 outs to the top of the order, Barchi in this game is 0 for 3. Grounded out to the pitcher, grounded out to Beard at first, grounded out to Crockett at short. And she's got a runner at third. Called strike. She only saw 1 pitch from Romerell in this game. It was that ground out to Beard on the very first pitch she saw. She takes that one for a called strike. Strike 2, inside corner, right at the waist. Great pitch. And Romrell up 0-2 very quickly on the leadoff pitcher, the leadoff hitter, the third baseman, Barchi. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck her. Oh. Oh, I don't. Was it low? It was a changeup. I'm going to say low. And that one's high for ball 2.
He has a better angle than we do.
His reaction, too, was like, well, maybe I should have rung her up.
He kind of got down like,
Played in the dirt and threw a rock out of his way. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's it. Struck her out. Watching outside corner of the way, so it doesn't matter. She gets the strikeout anyway. Romrell strikes out 2 more. You say Phillips' 66 strikeout ends the inning. She's now pitched the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, so 4 innings. She's only faced 13 batters. A walk is the only runner to reach base on her. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Bears lead at 9-6. We'll be back with that bottom of the 6th right after this on the SBI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Bears lead it on both fields, 10-8 in the bottom of the 5th, with runner at first on the baseball side. 9-6, bottom of the 6th, with Abby Humphreys. I had to think for a second. Abby Humphreys coming to the plate. No, Peyton Crockett. Peyton Crockett coming to the plate. So the leadoff in the order is the leadoff hitter. Here in the bottom of the 6th, we're looking for some insurance runs. The Bears lead it by 3. They trailed in this game at one time 6-1. They now lead it 9-6. Peyton Crockett in this game, his 2 for 3. She had a home run her last at bat. She takes that one low in the dirt for ball 1. So she led off the game with a single. Then she popped out to the catcher, and then she hit a home run to deep left field. Those are her 3 at bats. So she's had a good game, and she's had a good game defensively. She had a nice play at shortstop to throw a runner out at first on a backhand play. And then she caught a line drive to end an inning. So right now, she's got a good argument. And that one's going to be, is that her second homer of the game? Yeah. I'd say the argument's over.
Woo woo.
That's a 2-fencer. That one's clear up into the, and they're teasing Campbell out there in center field. Why did you climb the fence? That one's clear up into the old dirt bike track.
Yeah, it is. You can see it just sitting there taunting us all.
And that one was another no doubt home run. That one straight away to center. The first one was straight away to left. It was not straight away. It was to deep left. That one was straight away to center. And Peyton Crockett, now 3 out of 4. She scored 3 runs. She scored the first run of the game on the RBI sac fly by Romrell, and then she has knocked herself in the other 2 times with home runs. It's now 10-6 after Crockett gets 2 home runs in the game. And the Bears just score again over there on the other field. It's 11 now to 8 with a runner at first. And 10-6. And BP, Brooklyn Pope.
We have a pitching change.
Another pitching change.
Yep.
I was going to say before that last play that Crockett was definitely a nominee for the Steal Man of the Game. Should we stop the count now and just give it to her? 2 home runs.
I mean,
be kind of hard not to give it to her. And this is Sorensen coming back in. So Sorensen is going to re-enter as the pitcher. And they'll move Peck. They'll just move everybody back. Peck is now back in right field. Campbell now back in left field. Saxton back in left field. Peck now back at second base. So Sorensen, the lefty that started the game, will come back into the game as the pitcher. The Bears were starting to hit her. That's why they took her out. But maybe after going through the order a couple times with the other pitcher, the timing will be off. We'll see. She's a lefty, so it does change things up that way. Pope struck out, walked, singled. Let's see what she can do in her fourth at bat. With the lead and nobody on, 10-6, leadoff home run off the bat of Peyton Crockett. And now Sorensen's like, I need to get rid of my face mask. That wasn't, oh no, she's switching. That one wasn't hers. Okay, that's.
She's like, something just doesn't feel right here.
When she was out in left field, she didn't need one, I guess, and so she went in, when she grabbed one in the dugout, when she came in to pitch, it wasn't hers. She swaps it up. Brooklyn Pope, the senior center fielder, steps in. Here's the pitch, and she's going to foul that one off. First pitch swinging, fouls it off out of play. She is 1 for 2, a strikeout, a walk, and a single for Pope. She'll be followed by Romrell, who's crushed the ball hard twice and has nothing to show for it, as they've both been caught. Pope takes that one outside for ball 1, and then Humphreys will be in the hole. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. 1 run already in here in the inning. Ooh, called that one low. Okay. I thought he was going to call a strike on her. Said it was low. And it's 2 balls and a strike. And that's going to be a ground ball. It's going to get to the shortstop. She's up with it in time, just barely in time. Nice play there by East to throw Pope out at first. And that's the first out of the inning. So we got a home run and a ground out here in the bottom of the 6th. The Bears lead it now 10-6. Cambria Romrell, who has 2 deep fly balls. One of them was an RBI, sac fly, and a strikeout. And she looks at that one for strike 1 at the top of the zone. That's not your pitch anyway, Cambria. Put this one into the skate park. And she takes just outside. That was a close one. When you got already 1 strike in the game, maybe in the at-bat, I mean, maybe you swing at that. But she didn't and did ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I know I would have swung at it, but I'd have been wrong.
And that's why she didn't swing at it. And that's going to be past the left fielder, Campbell. It was underneath her glove, and Romrell into second with a double. Campbell tried to run up on it, and it goes underneath her still.
Good hit.
And it's a line drive double. That's justice right there, because the other 2 hits by Romrell were probably better hits, but they were caught. That one maybe could have, should have been caught, and it falls for a double. She's going to be replaced for a courtesy runner, and that is Miller, I think. Yep, number 15, Miller. Humphreys at the plate. She takes ball 1. Humphreys in the game at the plate. Lined out to left, walked and singled on a ground ball. That diving stop by the shortstop to knock it down, but couldn't get up and throw her out. And she takes outside for ball 2. And her line out to left field, Campbell jumped to catch that ball.
Yeah.
If she doesn't catch that ball by jumping, then it's probably a double, because that one was to the fence, but it ended the first inning. 3-0 is now the count. Miller, the freshman, courtesy runner at second. It's got some pretty good speed. That's why she's out there. And it's 3-0 now to Humphreys. Let's see if she has the green light. Called strike. I don't know if she had the green light or not, but she took it all the way. So now 3-1. Now she can be a little bit less picky, but still be picky, and she's going to just take ball 4. Home run, double, walk, and the Bears are in business here in the bottom of the 6th. Meanwhile, it's 12-8 now on the baseball side of things with only 1 out and a runner at second base. So the Bears trying to extend the lead over there. And coming to the plate,
Fisher,
Lindsay
re-entering.
Fisher, re-entering for Taylinda Clark. I wonder if she'll come back into pitch or if she'll just hit. We'll see what they do here. She takes a called strike. Fisher, in her 1 at bat, popped out to the first baseman, and then she was subbed out, and DeClark hit twice in a row for her, and now she's re-entering as a pinch hitter. We'll see what defensively the Bears do. She takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. Leadoff home run by Crockett scored a run. Bears would like to add some more here. They lead it by 4. Here's the pitch, and it's a foul ball off of home plate. And back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We've seen Fisher with some beautiful hits already this season.
She's a great hitter. That's why you re-enter her. Even when she doesn't pitch, she is the DH normally, so she very rarely doesn't hit. And so not surprised to see her re-entered here. And she's going to hit that one, deep fly ball to center field. I think Campbell's going to be underneath it. Miller will tag up, and that's going to be out. Double play.
Ooh, almost 3.
But it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, that was the 3rd.
Humphreys tried to tag up. No, it was Miller that was at 3rd. At second, tried to advance, and she's thrown out. Nice throw by Campbell. So the fly ball double play. Campbell to Barchi. And that ends the inning. So the Bears actually strand one. The leadoff home run is the only run they get. They still lead it by 4, 10-6. We'll be back with the top of the 7th. See if the Bears can win it right here, right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
My name is Benjamin Bozen. I am a family medicine physician. I really enjoy providing care to the whole family, from newborns to elderly care. I like athletes and sports medicine, and then I also do osteopathic manipulative therapy, which is a hands-on treatment. My ultimate goal is to be your advocate and to help you have the best life that you can have, to help you achieve your goals.
13-8 on the baseball diamond, 10-6 on the softball diamond, and a foul ball on the first pitch. Romrell facing Larson here in the top of the 7th. Romrell has faced 13 batters and retired 12 of them, gave up a walk. And that is going to be a little bloop foul ball. She fooled her, the changeup on the outside corner. She barely even got a piece of it. And she's up 0-2. In the game, Larson, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, has singled, grounded out, and struck out. As Romrell gets her swinging 3 pitches and then gets the USAVE Phillips 66 strikeout. USAVE Phillips 66, live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. And Brielle Romrell misses on that one for ball 1. She has pitched extremely well in this game. Ball 2. And she's 2 out of 3 with a single and a double hitting. If not for Peyton Crockett hitting 2 home runs, it's actually a hard choice for the player of the game.
I would agree, but I think, yeah.
Should we name them both? Well, I guess it depends on what happens here. Strike 1, swinging. She fooled her. The swing and the miss right there from Peck, who's popped out, singled, and lined out in her 3 at-bats. She takes high. So 3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Good pitch.
Romerill's got an effective rise ball. It's not a pitch that exists in baseball because it's against the laws of physics. She walked her outside. But in softball, if you can get that spin on it just right, it rises as it comes in on the underhand pitch. And it looks like it's going to be a strike in the high end of the zone. And instead, it moves out of the zone, and it's hard to catch up to. Leadoff walk. And that brings Olivia Campbell to the plate. And she's going to ground that one to third. It's going to get into left field. Off of the glove of Humphreys, what could have possibly been a game-ending double play, instead goes into left field, and we'll call it a reached-on error.
It was a hard bouncing grounder.
It was going to be a hard play. That's a hard one to score is an error on Humphreys. Swing and a miss. This is East, and in the game, she's walked, been hit by a pitch, and grounded out to second base. And she's going to pop this one foul, 0-2. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Marsh Valley needs at least 4 runs to extend this game.
Ooh. Oh, did he call that a ball?
He called that a ball. I think he said it was outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball back to Romero. She'll go to first in time. Get the sure out when you're up by 4 runs. Probably could have gone to third and got the out, but she makes the sure play and gets the out at first. The runners do advance to second and third, but now with 2 outs. The Marsh Valley Eagles down to their final out, and it is Campbell who's walked and struck out twice in this game. Sorry, this is Sorensen that's walked and struck out twice, and she looks at ball 1. And the throw down to third is not going to get the out, so did he call that a strike? He did. I thought he did, but then I was looking at the throw down. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for Sorensen. She takes outside for ball 2. 2-1. If Sorensen can reach base to try to extend this, it would be Campbell. And Sorensen is going to, it's going to be fair ball. 2 runs will score as it 1 hop to DeClark. And coming to third for a triple, a 2-run triple. And that it was going to hit, and it took a funny hop and bounced out into foul territory. And that was a tough play over there for DeClark to try to make, and 2 runs score. So now the game tying run is at the plate, and with a runner at third and 2 outs. Swing and a miss right there. Nice pitch. Walk, strikeout, walk have been Campbell's results in this game. So she's been on twice, but she hasn't hit the ball yet. Called strike. So now the Marsh Valley Eagles down to their final strike. 0-2 is the count. 10-8 is the score. That one's outside to the lefty for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at third. 10-8 is the score. Tying run at the plate. Ooh, that looked like it was going to be way inside. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Romrell would like to end it right here, but she misses outside. Full count now. On the baseball side of things, it's still 13-8 with 2 outs, but there is a runner at third for the Cardinals. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Struck her out. Ends the game. Ellie Romrell with the USA Phillips 66 strikeout. USA Phillips 66. Live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. The Bear Lake Bears get the win. This was an interesting one. 6-1 in favor of Marsh Valley. Then the Bears led it 10-6. Marsh Valley gets a couple runs on that RBI triple, 2 RBI triple with 2 outs in the top half of the 7th. But the Bears end it in the 7th, get the win. Ellie Romrell get the winning pitcher. And the Bears get the victory. Southeast Idaho Steel man of the game. I think we got to go to Peyton Crockett because of those 2 home runs, and they came at crucial times.
Yep, I agree.
They tied the game at 6, and then they gave the 10th run, which turned out to be pretty big because they did end up scoring. And if she doesn't hit the run in the bottom of the 6th inning, that home run, that's a 1-run game going into that 7th, and that would have been interesting, a 1-run game with that runner at third.
Yeah.
You maybe approach that differently if you're Marsh Valley even trying to get that last run in. So let's go with it. Southeast Idaho Steel man of the game, Peyton Crockett, 2 home runs, and she scored 3 times in the game because she had a leadoff single as well to start the game and scored the Bears' first run and the Bears' final run. Ellie Romrell, though, a close second and an honorable mention because she pitched 5 innings, only gave up 2 runs in those 5 innings, and she struck out, I think, about 7 batters total and had an incredible game.
Yep.
So definitely the player of the game to Crockett, but give the assist, maybe, to Romrell.
The assist.
And the Bear Lake Bears get the win. That's a big one because it is it's a league victory. Right now the Bears sitting in second place, only trailing Preston. And Preston likely is going to be the league champion unless there's an upset because it's a tie-break. And the tie-break rule right now goes to Preston because it's common opponents. And the Bears split with South Fremont, losing by just a single run, whereas Preston beat South Fremont both games. They only beat them by a single run in their second game. So
that's all it takes.
It's very close, and that was extra innings.
Yeah.
Very close to the Bears. With the Bears and Preston very closely matched in their first and second. American Falls sitting comfortably in third. Marsh Valley and Snake River are fourth and fifth as we get ready to end the season next week. But lots of softball left to play. We'll see what happens. And let's see if I can do defensive stats. Pitching. Romrell ended the game with 9 strikeouts.
That's amazing. She did a great job.
She struck out 9 in 5 innings. So she recorded 15 outs, and 9 of those 15 outs were strikeouts. A couple others, like she had a ground out back to her, lots of other ground balls. So she pitched very, very well. She gave up 1 hit and 2 runs. None of those runs were earned. So, and meanwhile, she also, at the plate, she went 2 for 3 with an RBI. 3 RBIs for Crockett, 1 RBI for Cambria Romrell, 1 for Ellie Romrell, 1 for Michael, 1 for Beard. Crockett had 3 hits. Ellie Romrell had 2. Beard had 2. And 3 walks in the game. Humphreys walked twice. Crockett scored 3 runs. Ellie Romrell scored 2. Maddie Michael scored 2. Beard 1, and Humphreys 1, and Pope 1. So, great game for the Bear Lake Bears to come back after trailing 6-1. That's unfamiliar territory for the Bears this year to be down that far in a game. They fought back, had the lead 10-6, ended up winning it 10-8. Over on the baseball side of things, we are in the top of the 6th inning. Bears lead it by a score of 13-9. They have 2 outs. Yoshimura, the pitcher, trying to end the inning And let's see. Nope, can't get the strikeout right there. You're not going to be able to see it, so I don't think we're going to call it because you don't want us to call a baseball game while you're watching an empty softball field. So we're going to end our broadcast. Lisa, thank you so much for doing your producing. Tomorrow, let's talk about what's coming up, though, while we give you some updates on the baseball. And what's coming up tomorrow is a snowstorm. If that snowstorm holds off, we will have baseball home versus Marsh Valley, softball home versus Malad.
Mm-hmm.
If that storm doesn't hold off, we will not have either one of those games, especially, I don't know. The baseball game is the more important of the two because it's a league game.
Correct.
We're looking at already on the reschedule. I spoke with their AD/baseball coach today, and I've already spoken to the umpires. That game would likely be Saturday morning at 11 a.m. If that one has to get rescheduled, if the softball game gets canceled, we may or may not be able to reschedule because we're getting tight to the end of the season and where it's not a league game. We'll see what we can do there. I know the team would like revenge on Malad. That was one of their losses this year, but we may not be able to squeeze that game in depending on weather and umpires and such. In the meantime, tomorrow that takes care of tomorrow. On Thursday, track goes to Westside in the snowstorm. Golf is supposed to go to Blackfoot in the snowstorm because we're supposed to have snow the next 2 days. So we'll see if those happen. Track is having a great year.
Yes.
Both the boys and the girls have a shot at a district title this year in track. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're at Tiger Grizz this weekend. Tiger Grizz is a qualifying meet. You have to set certain marks to qualify, and we got 20-plus track stars going to Tiger Grizz. That tells you what kind of season they're having. And so they've got a big weekend. They should be able to run that one. The weather's supposed to warm back up a little bit Friday and Saturday, so they should be better off. Friday in baseball and softball, home games again as softball finishes their well, not finishes because they still got a couple more games. But their next game would be American Falls here on Friday, a league game. And baseball has Snake River here on Friday.
Yes.
Is the plan. And then on Saturday, softball has a scheduled game against Westside.
That's at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
And that's what it's scheduled for now. And a 2-run base hit just happened over in the baseball field. And it's going to make the score 13-11 over there. So that one's getting intense. But softball after Saturday has one more home game. That'll be Preston next Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And that'll wrap up their season. Baseball this weekend's it because next week on Thursday, they start their district tournament. Their district tournament is 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All 4 teams go to the district champion, regular season district champion, which is likely to be Marsh Valley. And they play those 3 days until the tournament ends. 2 teams qualify for the regional tournament. And so that's what's going on with baseball. What they have this week is what they have. They would like to obviously finish the season on a winning note as they're trying to beat Soda Springs in a high-scoring affair right now, 13-11. But Soda has a runner at second with 2 outs in the 6th inning. As that's been a hitter's duel over there. Meanwhile, we told you what happens with softball, district golf, and the golf teams have a good chance as well. Both teams qualified for the state tournament because you take 2 teams in each, and the boys should finish second. Snake River very dominant in golf, and the girls likely to win the district championship. So good luck to all the athletes as there's a lot going on the rest of the week and the rest of the year. We'll try to keep you updated as we go, but let's say goodnight as the girls get the win and retire the Marsh Valley Eagles by a final score of 10-8. This is, for everybody on the SVI Sports Network,
Lisa Hillier
and Jared Hillier saying good night, everybody.